Hey guys, glad you could be with us today. We are here on the fringes of the Okefenokee Swamp on the eastern side, and we are on an adventure, kind of an exploration type adventure, if you will, for the Skunk Ape. The Skunk Ape is this region's version of Sasquatch, Bigfoot, whatever. Now, don't know if we're actually going to see one, but we're going to get out and see if we can find some evidence of the skunk ape here in South Georgia. Stick with us. It's been said Native Americans have stories in their culture of a beast that walks on 2 feet in the swamp areas of the southeastern United States, from Florida, Georgia, maybe in parts of Alabama, that area. And this creature has become known as the skunk ape. The skunk ape, there's other history of this thing dating back to the early 1800s where it was seen. And recently there's been a few videos that have surfaced about the skunk ape in Florida. Now, the area that we headed out to, the guys that have been out there have heard noises that they couldn't explain, howls, things at nighttime that they just did not know what they were. We thought that would be a good area to go out for our skunk ape expedition. Now, this creature, as lore has it, it's known through many regions, many parts of the world, and it has a lot of names, all kind of describing the same type of creature. And Bigfoot, Sasquatch, we've heard of sightings of that creature in the Northwest and other forested areas of the country. But for us, we were in the southeastern part of Georgia, and we were just on the northwestern fringe of the Okefenokee Swamp. Now, we were down in this area. This is after some rain. The water level was up. So from what we understand, that this creature prefers high ground. So the assembled group, which included ex-paramilitary personnel, outdoorsmen, hunters, as well as some guys with some local knowledge of the area, we gathered together and we set out on this expedition to try and see if we could find, not necessarily the skunk ape, but maybe some signs of it. We were well equipped for the excursion, as we had an Argo 8x8 amphibious vehicle, several ATVs, which gave us access into the really some unreachable areas of the swamp area. Again, the water levels were pretty high, and it gave us a direct advantage, I guess you could say, as scouting the terrain and looking for any signs of anything that might have been out there. So we headed out. We got out and started the trails, and this was quite a long ride. We went back through. Started out as some very nice roads down through the forest, and as we continue through, we're constantly looking. The road started to narrow, and that's a lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff moving around out in the woods. Once you start looking, you start seeing stuff, and then we started getting on back into the low areas where it was pretty wet, and pretty glad that we had these vehicles with us, because road conditions just continued to deteriorate until we eventually got to some areas where the roads just stopped. Now, the Argos really gave us some capabilities we would not have had if we had not had it, and that was one of them was being able to scout out around these lakes along the edges. Again, we're looking for any kind of broke branches, flattened out areas, anything that looked like something large might have been in there, maybe for a drink of water or just in the water, just kind of looking around. And this thing was invaluable for that, and we were able to cover a lot of ground. Now, in our upland search, we did find a field that was obviously an area for hunting. It was open terrain. We thought this might be a good area, and it really was for wildlife, because we saw a lot of evidence of animal movement in the area through tracks along the edges. Again, this was a kind of swampy, but a good bit of it was upland. There was some unexplained damage on one of the gates coming into the area. And it wasn't long after we found some animal remains there on the ground. Had we found the lair of the skunk ape, we decided to head back. We had a bit of debriefing in the evening, and eventually concluded that area was probably from hunting activities where the animal remains were. So we did not see in this trip any evidence of the skunk ape in the area. Now, is this creature still nothing more than folklore? Well, there's still a lot of unexplained things that are going on as far as sounds, moans, things that even experienced outdoorsmen can't explain. And then also some unexplained things such as broken tree branches and things of that nature that really couldn't happen any other way other than something reaching up and pulling them down and breaking it. So I'll leave it up to you. Is a skunk ape still out there? It seems strange that we haven't seen more sightings through the advent of the smartphones and cameras and integrated into those devices. It seems like everyone has. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Hey, we hope you've enjoyed the film today. We're going to ask if you haven't done it yet, you'll click on that subscribe link. But most of all, you guys stay safe out there.